Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Mostly Low Budget Movie Reviews. I'm your host, Clarence. Thank you for tuning in. And it's time for another weekend review. And this weekend, I am doing the big movie that came out on Netflix called Army of the Dead. It's a Zack Snyder movie. And he needs no introduction, but just in case you do, he did Justice League. He just recently had the extended cut that came out, which was quite a bit different than the original. It was better. I liked it better. Let's see, Batman versus Superman. He did that one. Man of Steel, 300, and the sequel. Watchmen, which was super underrated, I thought. And another zombie movie, which was Dawn of the Dead, which is a remake of a Romero classic, which was also a good movie. And yeah, his remake was pretty good. It was more serious, had a much more serious tone to it, and it was pretty good. And we fast forward 17 years, I think, with the mental math. Yeah, 17 years. And now he's got another zombie movie coming out that's supposed to be original and different. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited to see this one. You know, this is right in my wheelhouse. I enjoy these kind of movies. Did a video recently with my three original, in no particular order, just original zombie movies, already up on this channel. So definitely go check that one out. But anyway, yeah, let's get into it. Army of the Dead, directed by Zack Snyder. I think he had something to do with the screenplay as well, starring Dave Bautista and, yeah, some of the other people that are in it. I won't spoil anything for you here, but it does open basically with Case Zero, and we see this accident happen, and we see how the start of the spread, and we get the backdrop of Las Vegas, and actually we get to hear Viva Las Vegas while we see all the spread of the infection, the mayhem, and everything that goes on. I mean, they show the entire process, and I'm not quite sure exactly how much time has passed at that point. And then we fast forward and we get some exposition by the way of a news report on TV. We find out what's been going on in Vegas since they got it contained. And there's a plan to actually drop a bomb and basically nuke Las Vegas in a few days. Now, Scott Ward is David's character, who we also see in that opening infection sequence. We see what he was doing at that time. He's working at this diner, and this casino owner comes in and offers him a job. Form a team, go in and crack this safe and get $200 million out. And he gets $50 million to split with his crew however he sees fit. Now, I'm going to side note on that later. But anyway, we see some more of the background, spoiler free, and he decides to take the job. We see this montage of him getting his team together, and they get the plan. And, you know, once inside the barricades, you know, they kind of know exactly what they're going to be doing. Now, there's only one issue left they got to figure out is how are they actually going to get in? And that's where Scott's daughter comes in. And actually, that's also where I'm going to stop. Now, from there, they get in, they execute the heist. But, of course, things don't go exactly as planned. They run into a surprise. As soon as they get in there, there's a surprise that they, you know, didn't expect. Of course, you know, as stated earlier, the zombies aren't exactly, you know, the way that they thought the zombies were. And so, yeah, they're not your typical zombies, and they kind of got to deal with that evolving situation. And what did the pros think? Well, they came in at a 71% on the Rotten scale, with 175 reviews as of this recording, and the audience score with over 100 verified ratings are right at a 78%. So the audience and the pros seem to agree on this one. But the reason you're here is you want to know what I thought. First, let's get to the positives. Now, it's a big spectacle, which is what I expected from a Zack Snyder movie and a big budget. And I wish I really could have seen this on the big screen. There's nothing like seeing a well-made zombie horde on a big screen, and that opening definitely delivered on that promise. A strong cast of characters, which is what you need when you're doing these kind of heist movies where you have to put a team together. You have to have kind of, eclectic personalities and characters, comic relief, serious people, whatever. And they did a good job with that, with putting that team together. Dave Bautista, he did a really good job and actually had a little bit more layers to his performance than I was expecting. He had to show some emotions, and he did a good job. I was a little bit surprised by that. Another thing that I liked, that once they got inside, they didn't waste a whole bunch of time doing the reveal of the zombies. Now, we already know going in that these zombies or some of these zombies are going to be different, and right away, they got right into it. They didn't do like, oh, wow, we're surprised. And I like that approach to it. They just said, hey, here's what we're dealing with up front. And that was pretty cool. I thought that was a nice touch, and I like things to be different. Explain the rules of the universe right away. Explain the rules, the movie logic. Again, whatever the movie logic is, explain it to me, and then I'll just go with it. And they did that right away, so that was a good thing. The zombie designs were pretty cool. The sets and all that stuff, I mean, everything looked great. The story was just okay, and that's kind of where my negatives got to start. I was kind of expecting something different with the story, and really the only thing different about this was the attitudes of the zombies, or some of the zombies, and how they reacted to certain things. Other than that, this was pretty much right down the line. You had your cast of characters, even right down to the company man, who we obviously know has some kind of ulterior motive for going in with them in the first place. So they didn't do anything different there. Everything else played out the way you thought it would. So the story is really basic. I was really hoping they would do something more with it, since they had the backdrop of Vegas and these original zombie situation. So I thought we were going to get something original with that. So the story is kind of ho-hum. The ending, for me, I didn't like it. Didn't work for me, especially with the lighter nature of the lighter tone of the real way the movie started, and then how heavy it got at the end. Wasn't feeling that. Then they went with the obvious cliffhanger type thing, which again, I hate it when they just go with the obvious stuff. And on a side note, that $50 million, that's not nearly enough for a job like this. The guy that wants them to go in there and do that, he's already super rich. So $200 million, I think half is fair. I'm taking all the risk, all of it. I got to pay the people out of the team. I got to pay them out of my cut. I'm getting at least $100 million of that. There's no way you're getting most of the money and I'm taking all of the risk. That's just not going to happen for me. So that's just a side note. For me, $50 million is not enough to go in there with a mission that's in the single digit percentage of chances of survival, of success. Yeah, nah, bruh. You give me more than 50 million of that. And finally, for me, this is just way too long. I mean, I expected when I saw Zack Snyder's name on it, and I saw it was 2 hours and 28 minutes. I was like, okay, that's typical for him. But yeah, it's too long. I'm thinking about the beginning, and I'm thinking about the last 30 minutes. Easily, there's 25 minutes between the ending, the middle part. Okay, even though there's some stuff you could trim in the middle, fine. But the beginning and the ending, there's easily 20 minutes they could have shaved. This should have came in at a nice little neat 2 hours. That would have been just fine. 228, there's way too much fluff in this. It's just way too long. But again, that's me nitpicking. I don't want to beat this one up too much, so let me go ahead and bottom line this one for you. Did I enjoy it? Yeah, I'm going to say yes, I did. I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I would put this one right at a 75% just to stay consistent with the Rotten scale. So I'm right in between the pros and the audience. It's a nice zombie heist horror type movie. I had a lot of fun with it. Great cast of characters, had all the personalities you needed, had that little running line of comedy, little one-liners and things in there that was pretty good. Zombie designs were great. I did like the original nature of the zombies and seeing their behavior and how they established that piece of it. But then, the tone kind of changed toward the end, the third act part of it. Didn't like the ending. The ending didn't work for me. Wish they would have done something different. They did kind of end with a cliffhanger. And would I watch another one of these? Probably, but now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, this probably should be a one and done. I mean, unless there's another story he can think to tell in this universe, I really don't see it. But, you know, that's why he's the writer-director and I'm where I am. But yeah, I can't see how they do another one of these and it makes sense. So when you see it, you know, you let me know. And finally, yeah, just way too long. But other than that, like I said, I really enjoyed it. Nice, fun movie. And so, yeah, if you have 2.5 hours to carve out this weekend to watch a movie, this one's a nice one to watch. And with that being said, I'm going to close it out right here. If this is your first time, don't make it your last. This is a YouTube production. You're not going to find this on Podbean. But if you go to Podbean, mostly low-budget movie reviews with Clarence, you are going to get some additional content, reviews that I've done over there that I'm not doing here, and the other way around. So definitely, I'll put the link in the description box below. So go check out the podcast. You want to listen to some movie reviews and some movie content. Definitely having a lot of fun over there. And yeah, I'll be back again real soon with another review. Again, either here or over there. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, comment. Let me know what you think. Did you like the movie? Am I wrong? Am I off? Did you like it more than I did? Or did you not like it as much as I did? So, yeah. But anyway, thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate anybody that's watching this. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Peace.